Brickhouse Productions Premiere. Panoramic lifestyle. A vision moves in all directions.
Koffe! Koffe over here! Koffe! Woo! Koffe black! Koffe back over here, Koffe!
Hey man, what's going on? How you doing tonight, baby?
Dude, totally awesome, bro! Congratulations on having the #1 podcast, Cigarettes and Bad Decisions, in the world, man! How does it feel, dude?
Oh man, it feels great, man. You know, we put in a lot of work. The team, Hollow Tip, Brickhouse, OG Backwards, and myself, man. What can we say, man? We just blessed, man. We humble, very humble.
Tell me something, Koffe. What goes in to producing such a high-quality show?
Straight vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
Yeah. Perez in my city like Vegas. Like Vegas? I need 1 million people screaming my name. Really, I'm not with the bull, I'm stubborn, baby. Maybe I will or maybe I won't, and that's a whole lot of maybes. Got a whole lot of babies. They need some brand new Mercedes. Can't wait till we take flight. No more asking for favors. I got a plug on the west side. Who got all kind of flavors?
We just jump right into it, baby. It's late. Jump right into it. Ain't got no time to bullshit. Yo, man, full moon tonight. Hell of a day. You know what I'm saying? Koffe Black in the building. Mr. Jack Brickhouse. Back again, episode 3. I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit. I was up this morning at like 3 o'clock in the morning, Jack, man. Like my anxiety was just reeling or whatever. I don't know, maybe it was the full moon, that retrograde shit, those holistic motherfuckers be talking about. You know a couple. I think you worked with a couple. I think you did business with a couple. You a good businessman.
Yeah.
You don't turn down nobody money. You like 50 Cent and Get Rich or Die Trying. You take the niggas to come with the pennies too.
Oh yeah. We gonna figure it out. You know, we gonna figure out the value. Hell, even if it aink cash, you may have something else we can barter. We gonna figure something out.
Yeah, hey, Jack, you be out here, you be out here selling niggas skills on the barter system.
Yeah. Hey, you got to get to it.
Jack won't have no bread, and Jack can meet somebody, establish a relationship.
Yeah.
And find out what they do. And realize, oh shit, I could pair you or I could solve your problem with this motherfucker over here with what they do. And somewhere in there's gonna be something of value that exchanges. And somehow in that exchange. And you not being a sleazeball about it at all. Like it's legit legal bread, and you get it done. You find a way to get the opportunity to make the bread off of establishing relationship, bartering off a nigga skill set.
Yeah, that's how we got your venue.
Like it's multiple ways to get bread, and that's what we gonna talk about: the miseducation of being, first of all, being black and wealth. Like motherfuckers seem to believe that that shit don't go together. Like it's only a few black motherfuckers that can be wealthy at a time. No, it don't work. You don't have to be a ball player. You don't have to be a journalist. You ain't gotta be a Stephen A. You can be if you want. You could be a doctor. You don't have to be a doctor. You don't have to be a lawyer. Like you don't have to be a doctor, you don't have to be a lawyer, you don't have to be an engineer. And you come out here and get bread. If you retrain, I don't want to sound like one of them dumbass. I ain't gonna say dumbass because them niggas get bread. But I don't want to sound like one of them infomercials like we out here trying to sell shit to you. Because I ain't got shit to sell you. I got some jokes I can sell for you. You know what I'm saying? On the entertainment side. I ain't got shit to sell you. So I'm not trying to sell you shit. Right? Like, my brother, yo, he ain't never turning down an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? He gonna sell you everything or line you up with everything and get it done. Jack say ain't shit free.
No, hey.
Ain't shit out here free. You know what I'm saying? But like we were taught, I don't know. I remember growing up hearing about like how like being black in America, like in our homes, we didn't get the talks about credit. You know what I'm saying? And you know, when you grow up, what you want to do. Because again, so how this all came about. Like when I hit you this morning, it was like 7 in the morning, like 6 in the morning. I was like erratic as fuck. I've been up since 3. I was on IG, mind racing, and I come across a young brother who was, I don't know, I started following like, I don't know, months ago. And I would always see him. His niggas got a Lambo and private jet here. He doing this, that. And I'm like, all right, what the fuck is this nigga doing? And then I decided to just click and listen. It was like 2 hours. Like, you chopping it up for 2 hours? What you doing? What you doing for 2 hours? I got 2 hours. I ain't got shit going on. My mind's racing. I'm like, yo, he ain't selling shit. He giving motherfuckers a playbook. A legit playbook. Easy, simple enough to understand. Don't mean it's gonna be simple to execute, but you gotta stay the course. As my brother Jack always say, you just gotta stay the course. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no way in hell you're gonna be a millionaire overnight. It ain't no way. I ain't seen it. I know a lot of motherfuckers that would have tried it by now. Ain't no way. There's no way. You can't do it. You got to invest something. You're going to invest your body, your mind for years, and then somebody may offer you an opportunity. You be like, oh, shit, damn, I just got $1 million. But look at all the time you invested before that. Like, that shit costed. It costed you. So that's money that you owe. It's like me in the comedy game, right? Like, motherfuckers would be like, oh, well, Koffe, man, 300, you know what I'm saying? Or 1,500 for an hour. Like, how you figure? Well, shit, I'm going out, if I can, 7 nights a week, 3 times a night. You know what I'm saying? 4 if you can, depending upon what city you on. But like all that gas, all the driving, all the time spent, writing, creating, like shit, nigga, I've been earned that 15. I've been earning it. The performance alone, I earned it. I'm owed that. That's my I'm owed that. I'm owed more. But I'm definitely gonna that's my price. I've earned that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Man, that's crazy. You getting paid $1,500 to talk for an hour, for 45 minutes. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Like, you not seeing the work. What my man Al Pacino said in Ocean's 13. I don't want the labor pains, I just want the baby.
Right.
That's like one of your joints, or like similar to one of the famous quotes that you always curate. Yo, motherfuckers don't want the labor pains. They just want the baby. We live in a popcorn society now where they just want it. They want to work for it, the entitlement, all that shit.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you
got
to deal with this bullshit every day. You deal with something I don't deal with every day. We live as both of us came from the same area. You live a completely different life than I. So you get to see this bullshit every fucking day. This mentality, I'm sure. You maybe not every day, but you come across it quite often, right?
Oh, yeah, every day. Yeah, I think every day is correct. I think that's the right. I think that's right. It's a lot of foolishness out here. Yeah, man. You know, it all just comes from a lot of social engineering, you know, it leads to preconceived thoughts. You know that and the way that things should go. A lot of that comes. So imagine if there was no mass media, like if there was no radio, there was no TV. It's hard to get people spread across a large landmass on the same page, right?
Right.
Or I know before the radio came, people didn't. They said people really didn't give a shit about the fucking the church in Rome, right? But once they start broadcasting and that shit would start going out worldwide, or the Pope giving the speeches or whatever, you know, added the allure to the shit. Same thing with television. You remember back in the day, or you see the older shows, there was a point where the husband and wife couldn't sleep in the same bed, right? You remember that shit? It would be like
Yeah,
like
I Love Lucy.
Right. It was 2 beds or whatever, and then what? One show decided to go against the grain, and then they came out, right? And then it was a couple. I forget what show it was.
I
and
don't
then
even know if motherfuckers was even living like that in real life.
they were.
Were people living like that in real life? I thought that was
Brother.
just some TV shit, like some
Brother.
censorship shit.
Brother, right now, does TV dictate how people are living and streaming? You think it's no different then?
No. What I'm saying is, I thought that was just. It was funny to me because I'm like, wow, like they won't show like a man and woman like sleeping in the same bed on TV, but they'll show people smoking and drinking on TV. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I'm just, you know, like that I never got. Like, I was like, there's no way in hell. I mean, probably besides like some real prudes, but I'm like, if you're a family, like that husband and wife had to have sex somewhere. They was fucking somewhere.
Yeah,
right?
And then they got back in their respective beds and went to sleep. But you so you never been in a hotel with more than one bed?
Yeah.
And you was there with your girl? So then what happened?
She ain't going out to bed. We didn't fucking. She went out the bed.
Hey, right?
I got you.
So again, I say all this shit. I'm saying all this again. This is all part of social engineering of how we learn, right? And the things that we learn. So, as you said, as we talk about the so-called black race, right? Again, what do we learn? You know, a lot of our stuff is learned either in our environment, right? And at some point, it's being influenced by television or now streaming or whatever. You know, whatever the media. Fuck, it can be magazines, whatever the media stream. You know, that's just all about influence. And that's what guides us until, you know, somebody, as you were talking about opportunity, somebody is extending an opportunity and someone comes and tries to, you know, share some light with you, and then you actually pursue it. All right. But it takes a lot of work to do that. That shit is scary. All right. With what we do on a regular basis, we have conversations that, you know, people feel either one way or the other about it. Like they either rock with us or we never talk with them again. All right, because
it's really honestly just that simple.
Yeah, and it's scary. I mean, again, when you go against the grain, like, you know, like you say, it's scary. It's difficult to somebody like you say. You watch my man's little presentation or whatever about, you know, how he did the wealth. Right, it's no different than when the real estate guys come around and they book out the conference room or the ballroom at the hotel, and they're gonna tell you how to do the real estate, right? Or the Rich Dad Poor Dad, or Damon Johns has one. And so they come around and sell you this program. They're making their money off of selling you the program. They don't give a fuck if you use the program or not. All right. But those tools in there, a lot of it is they're giving you a playbook. And, you know, when people find out, once you get through chapter 1, you're like, oh shit, I gotta think through some shit. It's not that easy.
Right.
Right. And so then wealth, you know, you have to define what wealth is. Is wealth just liquid to you? Right. Wealth can be in assets. All your exchanges don't have to be in dollars for you to be wealthy. So as you were talking about me with deals, right? Like we making a deal and you're like, yo, you know, I can give you this much cash, or I don't have this, but I have this as an asset. I have this camper that's worth 35 and I need to get rid of this shit. Fuck it, I'll just give that to you. Right. So what do I have? I got a $35,000 camper that I can liquidate and get 35 at whatever point that I need to.
Yeah.
Right. And so So building wealth is not only about the cash flow, it's about finding things that add value to whatever you want your personal portfolio. And again, it don't always have to be about, I need this big one round number. Maybe it's about, creating a stream that will continue throughout, a residual stream that continues, throughout your lifetime from different sources.
Generational wealth.
Right.
Generational
exactly.
shit. Well, your kids, they can't spend it up.
Right. And
It's
so,
in
but
the
then
family crest. It's in the crest. It's in the trust. It's that.
Right. But look, even the best fuck up. Think about it. If your last name was Sears, you was the shit for a minute. Right? 100 years later, it's not the same.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. So again, you're right. So the wealth is gonna lie in the education of just learning whatever you can about whatever type of investments you go into, and everybody's shit is different. So again, the money, everybody's not gonna be the person with all of the money, but knowing the person with all of the money is just as good, right?
Yeah.
Fucking, I think Gayle King, that shit worked out pretty goddamn well for her with Oprah.
Shit, hell yeah, that shit worked out incredibly well for Gayle King.
Right. So again,
well for Gayle King.
So think of it this way. This is the way I think of it. As we were talking about deals and thinking differently. Trying to find the common value of what we have in common. It may not even be related to the deal. It's kind of where I start. So so let me learn. Oh, you're into basketball. Well, fuck it, we got seats. Let's trade that shit off. All right, and so you got to do that same thing in life as you're putting a portfolio together. You have to figure out, well, what is wealth for me, and not necessarily be tied to, as you were talking about, black to slave. Work just going and saying, I want to save this amount. I'm going to save this amount because people have been trying that shit.
I'm gonna work for you. You're gonna get rich off of me. I'm gonna pay all this money in taxes.
Yeah,
because it ain't no secret. You working for somebody, they killing your pockets, right? To a certain degree, you know what I'm saying? Like I heard, I watched another video. There's an Asian man, and he said it was one of the dope. I never looked at it this way. He said when you're on the bottom, he had like this business matrix he had created or whatever. And he's like at the bottom of the race, it was just a box, basically. You know what I'm saying? A square, 4. And he had different variables representing something or whatever. And he was like, the one in like the bottom right corner was an L. He was like, you're taught to either work for somebody or pursue what you love. He was like, doing what you love won't always bring an abundance of wealth. He was like you can still be tied to doing what you love, like, and it can become a burden. He was like, the thing I love the most was freedom. So doing what I love to do wasn't gonna provide me freedom. I learned that early on. He's like, I learned that at an early age. Like, doing what I love is not gonna provide me freedom. He was like, I've wrote plenty of books. He's like, you think I like writing books? He's like, I hate writing books. He was like, but I have a purpose. And those books I write bring a lot of wealth to me, which provides me with what I want the most, which is freedom. He's like, you need to decide exactly what you want, but also what's of the most value, and run that way. He was like, but the thing is, you're going to end up, don't get asphyxiated with doing something you don't want to do. He was like, because the shit you don't want to do will give you a life sometimes of things like that freedom. Like, yeah, I don't want to do this, but this is providing me the opportunity to be able to live like this. And I want to live like this. I want to be able to make money. Like, I don't want to have to work for somebody to make money. I want to be able to create the money right there. Like, when you're young, instead of telling your kids, yo, you decide what you do, like, you know, you want to be an engineer, doctor, this, that, another, woo, woo. He was like, instead of working for somebody, like, yo, a job, like, yo, you understand, you want to earn $1 and work at a McDonald's or work this, it's like, go find a job. He was like, go find a business. What can you sell to somebody? He was like, what can you develop? Just like you said, Jack, what can you develop? You might not give me cash flow. It might be that trailer. I can use this over here. I might know somebody. Oh, yo, I've accrued a relationship where I get season tickets. Yo, I don't even go to these games, and I live in this town. Like, fuck these assholes. But somebody actually loves these assholes.
That's right.
All right, yo, check this out. I got season tickets, 3 rows off the floor, behind the home team. What's up? You want them? Yo, let's do this over here. Line me up. I need an intro with that motherfucker. You can have these season tickets for game 3 of the playoffs. I need an intro with him. Matter of fact, bring him there. I'll meet y'all there. Show y'all a good time. Because you the angle ain't the fucking tickets. The angle ain't even the dude. The angle is the dude that he's connected to.
That's right.
So that individual is now the asset. That individual is now valuable to you. You don't want to go to that fucking game. And the guy is a nice guy, but you ain't going to chop it up and have conversation with him. You really don't want to. You know what I'm saying? The guy smells kind of funny, right? Like he's got like a weird like mole on his neck that is like creeping you out and shit and kind of makes you cringe and your blood crawl. You don't look at this fucking guy's face. But that guy has a lot of value because he's connected to somebody that you need. So to get to that motherfucker, I got to go through you. So yeah, I'm going to sit here and endure this shitty game.
Right.
In your company.
Yeah.
To establish the relationship I really want with that motherfucker.
And it's just like that.
It's just that. It's really just that simple. But if you're never taught or it's never introduced to you to look at it that way, how would you ever stumble upon that?
That's right.
How would you ever stumble upon that? I never grew up in my household talking about credit. The only thing I knew about credit in my household was that shit was bad. And not bad for you. Like, the shit is bad for you. Bad credit is bad for you. But just like, you know what I'm saying? Like the only thing I knew about credit was bad. Like, whatever the fuck credit was, that shit was not nice. That's because, you know what I'm saying? Niggas grew up, you know, dealing with bullshit on a low economic side to a certain degree.
Right. Well, it's part of the, again, that's part of the game. So imagine.
But that's part of the game.
Imagine you sit down and you play. What's your favorite board game?
Oh my God, dog, come on. Nigga, I ain't play. Bro, I couldn't even tell you. I don't even know the last time I played the board game.
Let's say Monopoly, so that lets you know how old we are. We talking about board games, right?
Oh
so
my fucking God, dog. That's why I'm broke now. Because I fucking hated Monopoly.
You couldn't fuck with the Monopoly. So think of it.
I'm a perfect candidate for this
yeah.
This example.
Yeah, right. This is why this works out. So if you just open up the fucking Monopoly game and you never ever read the instructions about how to do it, right? And you just start playing the game, right? And you go through it and you know, let's just say it's a group of y'all. You know, it's 4 people, y'all just fuck it. We just gonna start playing the game like this. And then somebody comes in and starts enforcing a law, telling y'all, wait a minute, I know y'all been doing that, but you can't do that shit. There's rules on how you can buy hotels. You're like, what the fuck you mean there's rules? We fucking freestyling this shit. And fuck this nigga, and then right, and then you continue. You go to he goes somewhere else. Oh, you know what? Well, when you do this, when you know you can't do this. This is the policy. This is how this shit goes. And you're like, well, where's this shit coming from? And this nigga just tell you, oh, I read the rules, right? So it's the same. It's the exact same hustle in your life, right? We didn't get the rule book, although we did. The rule books are right in front of our face, right?
They came right there. They was right there, bro. We just opened up the box and started playing.
Right.
We just jumped into the game, bro.
Right. Just start hustling. Fuck it. Oh, I see money as a value. Fuck it. Let me get some of that.
Let me get some of that.
I think I need to have property. Let me. Oh, fuck. I got caught up in this loan scam.
Yeah.
Right. We never read nobody even told you, hey, you know it's a rule book to this shit.
Nah, niggas just jumped in the game.
All right. So how can you? Like you said, it travels from generation to generation. So
just like that PP loan shit. All these motherfuckers getting hemmed up in. All these motherfuckers getting hemmed up. Gang of motherfuckers getting hemmed up in that shit.
And why is that? Because all everybody read who's feeling they got hemmed up is this is what you got to put in to submit for this loan, and then the fucking money came. And again, if you didn't read the rules to the loan, all they doing is enforcing. So is it the organization's fault that you didn't read what you signed?
Absolutely, man. That's that. Man, you can't blame them.
Right. In reality, you can't blame them, right?
You legit, as mad as you might be, like, damn, these niggas hand me up. Ooh, you really mad at yourself.
Yo, hey, people don't get mad at Vegas when they go to the slot machine. The slot machine ain't telling you what the fucking odds are. They ripping your ass off. At least they told you what this.
Your ass off, nigga. Per pull.
You don't question that. Don't nobody get mad. You just say, damn, Vegas got me, and you take your ass home.
That's it. And with that, you absolutely chose to play that game. You chose to go to that area. You chose to put your money in. You chose to play the game. But there's another game being played that everybody ain't choose to play. But they in that motherfucker.
That's right.
It would behoove you to learn the rules so you don't get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one big ass game being played, right? And there's all these other little like subsidiary games being played underneath.
Oh my God. Y'all have no idea.
It's all these subsidiary games being played underneath, right? but here's the thing. Is you get skeeted out. You know what I'm saying? You get skeeted out. You know what I mean? You get developed. All of a sudden, the first rule to the game you learn is, hey, you need to shit and piss in this pocket.
You're right. Right. That's a rule.
That's the very first rule is that you need to eat. So you're gonna suck on this tit.
Now, when I decide.
Or this nipple from a bottle. Every 3 hours, motherfucker. Now, if they don't feed you every 3 hours, it's also a game being on them. Because I'm going to start crying. And if they don't want to hear me crying, they better bring that goddamn bottle over here. So immediately they a part of the game. Right? Because it's rules on both sides. It's rules on both sides of the game. And everybody's trying to one up the other motherfucker. Everybody's trying to get over on the other motherfucker. Oh, man, I'm going to get this kid some goddamn diamond tab tonight. They say this shit make him drowsy. I'm putting his ass to bed. Shit. I'm trying to get some stroking tonight from the wife. Ooh, whoa. Nigga, your ass going to sleep at 7:30. Cool. Those little motherfuckers I'm gonna go to bed at 7:30, but he ain't finna sleep 12 hours. So what that mean for you? Your ass finna have a goddamn early ass morning, motherfucker. Right? Only fair. You wanted a night with a wife. You put my ass to bed. You play the game. Now guess what? Now you got to deal with it on the back. Everybody gonna have to deal with something. But I always feel like it's one motherfucker. It's still one main motherfucker. That's the Geppetto of all this shit. You ever feel that?
Oh
You
yeah,
ever feel that way?
yeah. Oh,
Like
most
it's
definitely.
gotta be one individual. Like it's some motherfuckers out here, dog, living insanely incredible lives, bro. Like they live in a completely different world than we do, bro. Or let me put it like this. They're living within this world in a completely different kind of way.
So great. I'm glad you brought that up. So right. So let's talk about those people. So those people are the elites, let's call them, right? You're talking private jet. I'm just stereotyping, right? Private jet, mansion, house, whatever, right? So I was
Laps of luxury, incredible freedom, people that are fearful of their power and wealth.
okay.
They're
right.
very, very, very powerful people. People are relying on them and their mindset, in their decision making for their well-being and for their family's well-being. Okay. So that individual has a lot of power and they're living a completely different life.
So let me ask you, I'm glad you said that.
They probably made a sandwich in 10 years. They probably
really?
haven't, like legit.
So you said they live in a completely different life.
Only time they pick up a knife and fork is when they sit down at a dinner table. They could probably live a life of a motherfucker spoon feed them if they wanted to.
So I was out over the weekend, and it was just funny because I made this observation and related to exactly what you said. So you say, oh, they're living this other life that we don't know about. So I'm getting out the car, walking up, and I see this older European lady driving her Phantom coming to Whole Foods, the same place where I'm going. So then you question yourself, all right, well, you got this Phantom, you probably got the finances that go with this. Is Whole Foods the top of them? There's nowhere else you can go. Right? Because like you just said, if you're living a billionaire life, you got access to anything. She was at Whole Foods in her Phantom.
She was at Whole Foods, bro. Whole Foods got it. She was a part of the game. Sometimes you got to step out your catbird seat. Sometimes you got to come out that crow's nest. You got to come down to the bottom to eat. I know some of our listeners are thinking, man, you motherfuckers are crazy. Motherfuckers are crazy. What the fuck are y'all talking about? You niggas talking in perils and shit. like they gotta elevate. They gotta become a part of our game. They're on our board now. You guys are on our board.
That's true.
And like, you know what? I was gonna save it for a later date, but fuck it. We rolling. We gonna go here, and then we gonna get the fuck up out of here. It's late. But like, I was thinking, I was having a conversation yesterday, and I don't know, it just came out of nowhere. And I had said, I was like, man, I just had to learn. I had to learn how to. I was giving an example of what I was, how I communicate. Nevertheless, I was just having a conversation. I was just basically saying, it was about, dealing with certain individuals in your life or whatever, close, significant other, whatever. But you got to figure out how to figure it out. It's a chapter from my book. Y'all should go check that out. Jack, what's the name of the
book? Cigarettes and Bad Decisions and Shit I Wish I Know.
I wanted to do like an alley-oop on the plug. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I just wanted to do that.
yeah, it's out there.
Yeah.
It's out there. And speaking of that, since we're doing cheap plugs, we got the course is coming soon with the curriculum. We'll have that shit coming. Like I said, we'll post a link for you. If you're looking to get engaged in that, and you'll see a little bit more about this shit that we're talking about.
I'm your host, Koffe Black, with my man, my brother, the big homie, Mr. Jack Brickhouse. We out.
I'm on a wave. I'm on a wave. I'm on the way. I'm on the
She
way.
ain't got the time, do the dime I want. Been up in the sky, I won't. Let a nigga waste your motherfucking time, I won't. That'll be a crime, I don't ever wanna make you think I'ma go for I am. For real, I'm whatever I want. You ain't know that I'm the motherfucking man I am. Scooby never slacking on fronts. I can make a shit splash, I'ma dash on way. Got a whole lot of cash in the stash on way. Got a chick in the whip with the cool on way. That's game for the team, we don't lose on way, on way, on way. On way, on way, on way, on way, on way.
I am a certified G and a bona fide stud.